أوكي، أهلا وسهلا بالجميع. معكم زاهر علي مثل ما ذكرت أختي دينا، ونتشرف اليوم بوجودكم جميعا. إن شاء الله تكون ورشة ممتعة جدا وفيها فائدة للجميع. قبل ما نبدأ عندي بعض الأسئلة، يا ريت تجاوبوني في الشات على السريع. The first question, sorry, I'm speaking in Arabic, should be in English. So the first question is, did you attend a similar program before? Please type in the chat, yes or no, yes or no. No, no, Hanan, Muhammad, no, Mahar, no. Ahla wa sahlan, welcome everybody. No, no. Okay, second question. Do you know what is angel investing? Please type yes or no. Yes or no. Uthman, yes. Hanan, little, okay. Who else? No. Yes. Mahar, okay. The last question, do you want to be an angel investor? Please answer in the chat, yes or no. Yalla, come on. Do you want to be an angel investor? If yes, you are in the correct place. Hanan, no. Mahar, not yet. Okay. Khalas, we'll see inshallah what will happen in this workshop. So the workshop is 1 hour exactly. We will spend around 50 minutes. Hopefully we will finish at that time. And then the last 10 minutes will be for question and answers. So if you have any questions, please write it down, and then there is an option down called Q&A. You can put your answer there, and then I will answer at the end of this workshop. Okay, let's move on. I made a survey in the last few days, 48 hours, about this workshop. I want to show you, I want to share with you these results. Can you see the results? Can you see the forms? Please type in the chat, yes or no. Do you see it? Yes, great. So from this form, or from this survey, I asked the participants, 40 participants, 40 responses during the last 48 hours. Similar question that I asked you now. Did you attend a similar program before? 33 of them, they said no. 7 only they attended. Do you know what is angel investing? 30 of them, they said yes. 10 no. And did you meet an angel investor before? 25 no. 15 yes. And last, do you want to be an angel investor? 19 said no, and 21 said yes. For the one who said yes and for the one who said no, today you know how can you benefit from angel investing, where you find angel investors, what are the formation of angel investing in your country or all over the world. Do you know this guy? If you know, please write yes. If no, say no in the chat. Do you know this guy? Yes, yes, yes. No, first investor in Uber. Not exactly. Okay. So who is this guy? I met this guy 2 years back. He's one of the active angel investors. His name is Jason Kalikanas. Jason Kalikanas, yes, as Uthman said, he's one of the 3 angel investors who invested at that time 10 years and more in Uber. He invested around $25,000, and also he invested in Robinhood, Wealthfront, Trello, if you know these applications. His net worth is around 100 million nowadays because of angel investing. So if you want to be like Mr. Jason Calacanis, I think you are in the correct place. He was like me and you. He didn't know anything about angel investing. Zero knowledge about angel investing, 10 or 15 or more than that even years, but he entered a program called Sequoia Capital Program for Angel Investors, and he has been selected from certain people. I think they were 30, and these 30 they invested in them, Sequoia Capital, and they became angel investors, and now they are investing in so many startups. Jason Calacanis himself is investing every year in Silicon Valley, around 30 startups. He started only with only 2 or 3 startups a year. After decades now, he knows the way, and he knows where to invest and when to invest. He's already investing around 30 startups a year. How he did that, and how did he reach to that point, we will discuss inshallah during this session. What you will learn today quickly, we will introduce what is angel investing exactly, what are the business funding rounds from seed fund or pre-seed fund until we reach the Series A, Series B, and C's. How to be an angel investor even if you don't have money. What can you use from your talents, expertise to invest in these startups and to become as an angel investor. How to prepare for a pitch before you meet a founder, what exactly you need to do. In this session, inshallah, you will learn how to do it. What is due diligence checklist, what you have to do before going and meeting these founders. Finally, what are you going to do in the first 1,000 days of angel investing? That is around 3 years. After, inshallah, finishing this session and you are interested to be an angel investor, we will guide you how to do this in the first 3 years. So let's move on. What is angel investing? In its simplest meaning, angel investing is to put money in startups at early stages. What exactly these stages? We'll discuss them later, inshallah, in the coming slides. Angel invests in businesses less than 3 years old. Yani, there is an idea. After this idea, you have an MVP, or you are looking for product market fit. This is the correct place to call an angel investor, or to search for an angel investor to invest in your startup, even if there is only an MVP and you don't have any traction or subscriptions or downloads. Yeah, you can find an angel investor who trusts your startup. You can call angels the rescuers who rescue founders when they need some investments to boost their business or to grow their business and to go to the market. So the importance of angel investor, exactly to rescue these founders, to be a partner with them, to help them to grow and to reach the market. There are several formations of angel investing. First of all, here in GCC exactly, and maybe in some Arab countries, we have angel investors. I am in a group of angel investors, so we are around 33 here in Qatar, and I know some angel investors in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Oman, other countries who are interested and willing to invest in startups. But these angel investors also, they form something called group of angel investors. As I said, I'm a group of angel investors. We meet sometimes, especially before COVID-19, we used to meet so often, at least twice a month, in a cafe, in an office, we discuss all the opportunities and startups on the table. These groups also form something called a network, angel investing network. Unfortunately, we don't have these networks here in GCC. It is there in Europe, it is there in US, but inshallah in the coming few years we see these networks. These networks finally they create something called a syndicate or نقابة بالعربي. This syndicate has a chairman or a CEO. Everything is managed in a proper way. There is a team managing all the profiles of startups, and there is a gathering every month or every 2 weeks to give an opportunity for founders to pitch their ideas or businesses in front of these angel investors who forms these syndicates. So as I said again, there are angel investors. I am one of them, but my angel investing is different. We'll discuss it later. It's called sweat equity or sweat investing. Then these angel investors create something called groups. These groups create something called networks, and from networks we come up with syndicates or naqabat. Inshallah, hopefully we see these syndicates in the coming 5 to 10 years in GCC, especially or Arab world. طيب. Is angel investing for you? When I ask you guys, do you want to be an angel investor? Some of you said yes, some of you said no. Why did you say no? I don't know. But there are 4 criteria. If you have them, you can be an angel investor. First of all, money. Because the founders of these startups, number one they are looking for is investments, the money. If they don't have money, they cannot grow, they cannot scale. So definitely they need money. If you have money, even if it is little, you can be an angel investor. There is, as I said, another way to be an angel investor without money or with zero money. We'll talk later about it. The second thing, you have time, because this is when you get used to it, when you are in the game, it will be a full-time job. You have to be most of the time, you have to do lots of interviews, lots of meetings with the founders of these startups. How much exactly, I will let you know, inshallah, in the coming slides. Network. Your network is your net worth. If you don't have a network, you cannot succeed in this world. As an angel investor, it is necessary to have a network, either in your city or country or outside the country. Alhamdulillah, in the last few months, even if I am staying here in Qatar, I have very good connection outside the country. Even in Silicon Valley, I have contacted some people. They contacted me through Clubhouse, through other platforms. So you have to build this network yourself. You have to search for angel investors. Today, before this session, there was a session about angel investing also. The lady from Italy, it's called Angels for Women, A4W, could be one of our partners or our networks in the coming future, inshallah. We'll be starting contacting them, and we need and we would like to have these networks or angel investors from outside the country. Expertise, helping founders not only by money, time, and network. It's also about your expertise. If you are already working somewhere as engineer or manager, anything, you can add a value to the startup by helping these young founders how to find their path and how to find their way to succeed. For you as a coach or a mentor for them, you can be an added value to the company. And if you invest, in one of these startups, you have the right to have a position in the company as a marketing manager or operation manager to see what's happening in the company from the inside. Also, you can be a member of the board if the company grows and becomes bigger. طيب. If I am speaking very fast, please let me know in the chat. Okay. I'm trying to minimize this screen, but I don't see the option. Anyhow. Okay. Is angel investing for you? As I said, if you have money, network, time, and expertise, yes, this is the right place, the right time to start and be as an angel investor. Okay, now when we talk about tech startups and how to invest in these tech startups, we need to know first what is the journey of a tech startup. Typical technical or tech startups have different stages. The first stage called idea stage or concept stage. You have an idea, but still you don't have the prototype or MVP. This stage normally called bootstrapping. Then startup stage where you make your MVP, minimum valuable product, or the prototype. Here you need an angel to invest in this prototype, and so it finds its way to the market, and then the other steps or stages comes further. We have the seed, Series A, Series B, and then C to F, and something called at the late stage mezzanine. Today we will discuss only until Series A, because Series A, where VCs, venture capital, enter the business or startup, and it will be very difficult for angels or angel investors to compete with these VCs unless you have a good relation with the CEO of this VC, you have a very good relation with the team there in this company. We are talking today only early stages. As I said, the first 3 years, 3 to 5 maximum, until you reach a Series A. Let me go deeper about these stages. First of all, it's called sweat equity. Sweat equity comes from founders themselves. It is not exactly a founding ground. What do I mean by that? At this stage, the founders, either one founder or two founders, they invest their time, their knowledge, their expertise to build up the company or to start with the company. So at this stage, you don't really need an angel investor. You don't need money. Just you need teamwork. You need a good co-founder to help you to start the business. Then a later stage comes called bootstrapping, where you need an outside help, but still it is not from investors. Could be a client, يعني a client who signs with you LOI, letter of intent, بيوقع معك طلب أو شراء. They promise they will buy products from you when it is ready, so they will pay in advance. By this money, the advance payment, you can build your prototype or you can grow faster instead of waiting for an angel investor or to close a deal. Then you need 3 Fs. It's called, wait. The 3 Fs are family, friends, and fools. They are non-professional angels. You have a rich uncle or you have a rich friend, and he trusts you and believes in your idea, here where he can invest and put money in your idea. We don't call them angels or angel investors yet, but some really got these investments at this stage. It depends which country you are. In US, some people, they can get at this stage around $250,000. Some they got $500,000 to start their prototype or MVP. Then another way to get or to fund your business is self-funding. You can get it by debt. You can get it from savings, from your salary. Maybe in Qatar, yeah, it is easy to save some money from your salary, and then you invest this money in your application or startup. But in Europe, in US, it's very difficult to save this money from your salary. You know why? They have taxes, they have lots of liabilities. So I don't recommend here, if you don't use the 3 F's or the early stage help from the friends or family or fools, I don't recommend you go for debt. The first question you ask any founder, if he gets money at early stages and he said from debt, I really doubt to get in the startup or to invest in the startup, because he has some liabilities and he has lots of maybe some issues or problems happening in the future. So try to avoid any startups who started their startup or business up on a debt or a loan from a bank. Okay, then comes incubators. What are incubators? Here in Qatar, we have one of the biggest incubators in Middle East called Cubic, where you can be incubated, and for 2 years. Beside that, you can get a seed fund from the incubator, which can help you to build your MVP and to grow your business. It's around 100K Qatari Riyal. They don't take equity, but it's called conditional seed fund. You have to invest that money in the company itself, either you're buying machines, marketing, whatever you want to do, but you have to invest it in the company. In US, there are some incubators. They give you a similar amount, $25,000, but they take an equity from your company or startup. It's around 5%, 5 to 10%. So incubators are one of the solutions. After incubators, after building your MVP, angel investor or seed will come. So at this stage, either you knock the doors, you search for angel investors, or angel investors will search for you and they are interested to invest in your company. Normally, if you are incubated in incubator, they have something called a demo day, يوم عرض المشاريع. In demo day, some investors, they come and listen to the ideas, to the businesses presented or pitched in that day. Some they get interested and they may take you aside and talk to you. They are interested in your business and they want to invest in your business. You as an angel investors, also you have to do the same. When you know there is a demo day or exhibition for inventors, startups, you must go and see what's happening there, talk to the founders and try to get in any company you like and you want to invest in. After angel funding, Series A comes. Series A, where the startup is stable, less risk, and VCs step in and buy or take equity from the company. مقابل investment, they invest in the company. It depends upon the valuation of the company. But things will be more organized at this stage. You will have a CEO, you have board members. There are so many board meetings during the year, 6 to 8 meetings a year. You have to attend with the board, and they make the decision by voting, التصويت إلى آخره. The last stages of this journey, called Series B, C, D, E, and F, and mezzanine round. Rarely investing at this stage. You don't invest. Even if you are in the startup, you don't invest in another round. It's very difficult. Normally, you plan for an exit and sell some of your stake. We are not talking today about these stages. We are talking until angel or seed funding. طيب, let's move on. Okay, let me read the chat. Chat. Okay. Thanks. Everything is cool. طيب. How to be an angel investor without money. So there is something called cap table in every startup that already have investment. What is it? Cap table or capitalization table is the official list of stakeholders in a company. You have all the names or the stakeholders. They are 5. They are founders who founded the company, either 1 or 2, as I said, or more. There are employees. There are advisors. Advisors, we call them also broke angels, or the ones who give advices to the startup, but they don't invest by money. And we have angels or angel investors and VCs. Whenever you want to invest as an angel investor in a startup, always ask for this cap table, and you should know who are investing and how much every stakeholder owns from this company. The main goal of the stakeholders, all of them, the main goal is to increase the value of this business. The more it goes up, the more you can sell your shares or equity in higher prices. Okay. Let me explain more about these 5 stakeholders. Some, they are in the company by effort. That these are the employees and advisors. Employees in some companies, they have equity, small equity. It's called option equity. It's very small, just for loyalty to the company. The founders, they decide will give, for example, 1% or 2%. It will be divided to all the employees in the company just to have their loyalty to the company. So they are not investing any money. They are investing their loyalty. They are investing their effort and expertise, of course, if they are developers, programmers, designers, whatever, if it is an application or tech startup. Advisors, as I said, they invest by their sweat equity, by their expertise. Myself, I call myself is an advisor or broke angel. Lots of startups I started to invest in the last year. In this formula, I only invest my expertise مقابل in the return 10 to 15% from this company or startup. I invested by money only in my my applications, which are I am building now. I have 2 to 3 applications I'm working on. And also my family businesses, I invested small tickets, but in other startups, still I didn't start to be an investor with my money. Who invests with their money? As I said, founders, they can start or start their startup or business by investing small amount from their savings, debt, friends, whatever. And then the other stakeholder are the angel investors who invest their money and time in the company. And lately, who will come as Series A, as I said, the VCs, venture capitalists, أو بالعربي شركات الاستثمار الجريء, who are willing to invest in the company after the risks are removed, after the company is very stable. Okay, let's move on. باقي وقت إن شاء الله بس نخلص. How to prepare for a pitch meeting. The pitch meeting is very important. When you promise a founder that I want to meet you, you have to prepare for it and try to be a successful meeting. Not only for the founders, it's also for you. It's very important to prepare for these meetings. Why? Your job as an angel investor, always, every week to meet founders, to meet new startups. You don't know when is or where is the next unicorn that you will meet. Maybe one of these meetings will convert one day to a unicorn company. What I mean by a unicorn company, it's worth $1 billion. قيمتها تكون 1 مليار دولار، فتسمى يونيكورن، مثل أوبر، مثل سويفل، مثل كريم. It was bought by Uber, 1.2 billion. So you don't know these ideas. Even يعني سويفل وأوبر يعني started in Middle East. And then they moved to USA after they acquired by these big companies. So for this meeting, remember, one-time meeting is a lifetime relation. Make sure from this meeting you build a relation with the founder or with the founders. Take it very, very seriously. And at least this meeting 1 hour. So you have to free yourself for 1 hour. Sometimes it extends to 1 hour and a half. Jason Calacanis, as he wrote in his book, sometimes extend to 2 hours, 3 hours, because he gets excited, he likes the founders, and then he decides to fund these startups. Give founders full attentions. What I mean by that, يعني switch off your mobile, be concentrated with them, listen more than talking, give the attention, bring with you a paper and pen. Please don't take with you a laptop or a tablet. Why? Even a mobile phone. Don't write the notes in a mobile phone or a laptop or a tablet. It is not your job, it is the founder's job. If you wanna show him you are interested in his idea, please take with you a pen and paper or a notebook. At least this information you are taking, it will be memorized forever. It will be there in the notebook, so he will be more excited, he will respect you more. Don't look like an idiot using your mobile phone and trying to write or to record the voice while the meeting. Always keep your mobile silent. I know you are very busy, you are an angel investor, you have lots of work, but to make it successful meeting, please make your mobile on silent mode. Cafe is not the perfect place to meet. You can meet founders in cafes. I don't say don't meet them, but you know, it is noisy, crowded sometimes, distractive. So make sure to meet these founders in a proper way. If you have an office, invite them to the office. If you don't have an office, Try to rent an office or a place. There is food and beverage, cookies, water. Let them feel relaxed so they can speak freely and explain the idea in a proper way. Okay. Don't prepare question list. It's better to make it very natural. Don't take a very long list trying to investigate with the founder and trying to repeat the same questions for all the founders. Make it natural. Listen more. Make it a discussion between you and the founder. You don't know. Maybe you explore something new in the founders. The most important, we always say, is not the idea. The most important is the personality of these founders. If you find something in these founders, whatever is the idea, they can make it very successful. But if you have very excellent or very good idea, but the founder's personality is not good, and you didn't take from that meeting the chance to know them more, I don't think this startup will go very far. طيب. The next is the due diligence checklist. What is it and what is it exactly? There are two ways or two versions of due diligence checklist. It is an act of looking into a business or individuals before you invest in these startups. In other words, before I invest, I need to know more about the business. Is it real? Are the numbers correct? Everything written in the paper or business pitch, is it correct or fake? The same the founder should do when he search or do the due diligence for the investor. He must also search about the investor, security or background check. Everything. Is he good? Reputation? Is he investing or he's frauding? Is he playing with the founders? You have to know all this information as a founder, but as an angel investor also you have to do this. This is one of your homeworks before you meet, before or after meeting the founders. So what you do, you search about the background of these founders. Is it a real company or they are just a fraud, playing, whatever. Also, the asset base, is it real? Is it sustainable? The profits, the revenue, the numbers, the valuation of the company. Some companies that I met, they give very high valuation of the startup, but when you forward this information to another auditing company, will find no, this is wrong number, and the valuation is more or less what you saw in the presentation or in the business page. Risk to existing business, they divide into two, internal and external. What are the risks investing in this business or startup? Internally, the key employees, are they good? They have the good experience? Are they capable to drive the business forward? Production, the supply. External, you are talking about regularity and legal aspects. You are talking, for example, خلنا نعطي Clubhouse. I think you heard about Clubhouse. Clubhouse, one of the famous applications now in the market. The valuation of this application is around 1 billion now, and everybody is running or trying to invest in this startup. لكن legally or regulatory, it is banned in some countries in GCC. One of them is Oman. Saudi Arabia still not clear, is it banned or not? So yeah, you have to know, is this application or startup allowed to enter your country or not? TikTok, if you heard, in some countries it is banned. So why should I invest in something it is not working in my country or in so many countries at least. Finally, you have to do due diligence about the product, the market. Is it growing? The competitors, who are the competitors you are competing with? Are they strong? Are they weak? Is there a chance to enter the market? Is there a space for you to enter the market with this startup? You have to do all these due diligence or research before you are investing in these startups. طيب. We have 15 minutes. I have to end in 5 minutes. What are you doing in your first 1,000 days? To be a professional angel investor, you need to conduct at least 10 meetings with founders a week, and every meeting at least one hour, as I said. So you have to be very busy. You have to dedicate a time for these meetings. You will say, no, we don't have so many startups in my country. If you search very well, you will find these startups. Yesterday, I was in one of the exhibitions. It's called Challenge Innovation Forum. And I will be tomorrow, inshallah, and after as a mentor in this hackathon. They are, after this exhibition, they have a hackathon. In this exhibition, what I wanted to say, there were around 94 inventions. I asked most of these inventors I met yesterday, did you find angel investors? Did you talk to angels? Are you looking for investors? All of them, they are struggling to find the angel investors. All of them, they didn't find the investment to take their invention or patent to the next step. As you know, as an invention or a patent, of course, it will be one day, inshallah, as a startup. So they already finished their MVP, and we said early slides, if you have the MVP, you are ready to invest in these MVPs, because they will start or establish their startup, and then you step in as an angel investor. Imagine 94 in one day. It's very big chance for angel investors to step in and to invest in these ideas or inventions. All the time managing deals, you will spend lots of time managing the deals. Three things you will do exactly: sourcing the deal, evaluating the deal, and picking the deal that you will invest in. Don't get tired. Your daily task or your daily work, you have to dedicate at least 2 hours to 3 hours to go through the deals, contact the founders, conduct a meeting via Zoom if they are outside the country. Keep yourself very busy after work if you are working. If this is your full-time job, you will have lots of time, hopefully. What I advise you, you only invest 10% of your net worth. What I mean by that, angel investing is very risky, and I don't recommend you invest a lot at the early stages or early years. So starting as an angel investor, 10% of your net worth, if for example your net worth is 100,000 Qatari riyal, excluding your house, car, land, if you have any other assets. If you have in your bank account 100K and you don't want to use them, you don't know how to use them, you only invest with 10,000 Qatari riyal. It's very small, yeah, but it's called small ticket. You can invest with other 9 angel investors. If the startups wants only 100K, you together will form these the early stage investments in the startup. Everyone with 10,000. Invest in 2 to 3 startups a year. Why? As I said, it is very risky. Don't invest a lot. Yes, meet a lot of people, meet lots of founders, but when it comes to pick the best startup to invest in, try to invest not more than 2 or 3 a year at early stages, the first 1,000 days. Later, like Jason Kalikanas, he's investing a year now around in 30 startups. But he started like this, only 2 to 3. Now he's investing into around 30 startups. 95, maybe 99% of these startups will fail. 1% maybe, or 2% will be the unicorn that will return all the investment. Start with angel groups. Try to search in your country, in your city, who are the angels or angel investors. Try to gather with them, go through the deals or the business pitches of startups, and as a group you will decide to invest or not in this startup, as I said, with small tickets. After that, when you get mature and you know the process and you are good in the game, you can invest solo, you can invest individually, but start with the groups or with networks or syndicates. As I said, in Arab world, I don't think we have these networks and syndicates yet, but we have groups. Try to search for them. Yes. Okay. Be active and attend most of investment events or demo days. As I said, try to search every day, every week, what's happening in the country. As I said, I was there in an event yesterday. It was a good idea to see what's happening, what are the new inventions, where can I invest. To be honest, it was a very quick visit yesterday. It was only 2 hours, but I was very interested in at least 3, and one of them from Saudi Arabia. صراحة, it was very nice startups. The valuation of this startup is around 40 million تقريبا $. حاليا. And inshallah, we are meeting in the coming few days again. I'm meeting the founder. So yeah, as I said, whenever there is a chance, try to go seek for these founders or ideas, talk to them, talk to the founders, and inshallah you'll get the best startup you can invest in. Conclusion. معلش دينا تأخرت عليكي. Angel investing is a good vocation for risk taker, especially if it is a full-time job for you. I'm starting to enjoy it صراحة. As I told you, I am only investing now with my expertise as a sweat equity, مقابل 10 or 15% from the company. I've been very busy the last few weeks. I have some projects coming on the way, inshallah. It is not the right place or time to talk about it, but I really started to enjoy it. When you know the game and you know where to pick your the best startup. And in the Arab world, the awareness about angel investing started to spread. I totally agree. There are lack of information, lack of angel investment here in Arab world, especially in GCC. Some countries they are advanced أو واصلين مراحل متقدمة, لكن still we need to do lots of these workshops, lots of these gatherings, hopefully in the coming few months. The more time and money you spend, the reward will be bigger. As I said, you have to dedicate time, money for angel investing. It's not an easy job, but it's rewarding, hopefully in the future, after you get the experience, after you see the return. Inshallah, you'll see one of you invested in one of the unicorns in Middle East or outside Middle East. From 10 startups, you invest only in 1 or 2. Only 1 or 2 from these investments. From the 10 startups you invest, 1 of them or 2 of them maximum, they will be a successful investment. So don't panic. Don't rush. Give it the time. And when it hits, will hit, inshallah. Start with a small investment tickets. As I said, you can start with 10,000 Qatari Riyal, 10,000 Saudi Riyal. Jason Kalikanas as an example. I like to give him to mention Jason as an example. He invested $1,000 in some startups, which is around 3,000 or 4,000 Qatari or Saudi Riyal, which is nothing. You can deduct this from your salary if you are working. The angel investing in a single startup may take 5 to 10 years, as I said, starting from seed stage until Series A. It may take 5 to 10 years until you decide to exit the company and you sell or your equity to another angel investor or to a VC. Your network is your net worth. The bigger is your network, the bigger is your network, the wealthy or your net is worth. So try to build this network, social media, Clubhouse, any other platforms, LinkedIn. From today, try to prepare your LinkedIn profile as an angel investor or the becoming angel investor, hopefully. And inshallah, you will meet with other angel investors and your network will be bigger. The last thing I want to mention, there are 3 books. I recommend that you read them. I have all of them. The first one is Angel by Jason Kalikanas. It's very, very useful book. I recommend that you read it. He's talking about his experience in the last 30 years in angel investments, and since he started or he entered Sequoia venture in the program, angel investment program. It's very useful. It is available in Amazon and it is available as audio in Audible. You can buy it also. The second one is Venture Deals. Also, it is one of the good books. You will know more about venture deals, venture capital, what exactly the meaning of these all terms. And the last one, The Invested Investor by Peter Coley. Peter Coley, I attended one of his courses about angel investing before COVID. Yeah, he's one of the angel investors. He's British. His book is good. His son helped him writing this book. But from these 3 books, I recommend totally to go first to read The Angel for Jason Kalikanas. I know the guy. I met the guy here in Qatar. And he's very active in Silicon Valley. And maybe one day you meet him, you don't know. Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zahab, for this fruitful session. I really hope everyone has enjoyed. So we have a few questions. Maybe we can take a couple.
Yeah, let me check the question and answer.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, do you want me to read the questions, Dina? اوكي انا جديد جدا على هذا المجال ولدي العديد من الافكار التطويريه ولكنني لا اعرف كيف صياغتها. لذلك اعمل على مشروع بمفردي وهو يستهدف انشاء بيئه، لكن من يريد التواصل مع مستثمر ملاك او من يريد ان أن يصبح مستثمر ملاك. Okay, so you are building a platform تقريبا للمستثمرين الملائكيين أو الfounders who are searching for angel investors. Actually, I'm working in one of the platforms now. Inshallah, خلال شهرين قادمات it will be ready. It's called Forsa, but we don't have time to talk about it. Hopefully, inshallah, we'll be in contact. You can search for me, LinkedIn or Instagram, and you can contact me. Or I'll put my name in the chat, my email عفوا. طيب الجوهرة. طيب هل هناك يس المرجعيات مستر حسين هي الكتب اللي ذكرتها آخر شيء، أو أنك تحضر دورات تدريبية. You attend courses in angel investments. I attended 2 courses. They were very useful. One by WBAF, World Business Angels Forum, and the second one by EBAN, European Business Angels Network. Both of them conducted by QDB, and they were very useful for me. And from there, I started searching and digging deeper about angel investment. طيب. بالنسبة للصيغ والقوائم الرسمية موجودة ومجهزينها كنت أنا، بس الوقت ما يكفي إنه نتكلم عنها. إن شاء الله في ورشة أخرى ولا يهمك. السؤال: Is it too much to take 10 to 15 equity from a startup as an advisor from the company? It depends. يعني it depends what you agree with the founders. Some founders they can give you even up to 50. لكن when you give out 50 or 49 from your company, you will start losing control in the company. So what we recommend, إنه at early stages you don't give equity more than 10 to 20% at early stages or at round 1. Later in further rounds, yeah, you can give more. The more you give or انك تتنازل عنهم, the more you lose control from the company. You will not be owning the company if your equity less than 50%. كيف أصبح مستثمر ملاك؟ يرجى تلخيص للموضوع كخطوات. إن شاء الله I think this presentation or this session will be in YouTube. صح دينا؟ Okay. The last question: لو أنا عندي فكرة مش شركة، هل ممكن أن يدعمني المستثمر الملائكي؟ أسمى نعم، ممكن المستثمر الملائكي إذا أعجب بفكرتك ممكن إنه يدعمك. It depends in what vertical or what exactly your business. They invest, the angel investors يعني in general they invest in 3 top things اللي هي technical, biomedical, health، بعدين يجي sport الأشياء الأخرى. Services I don't think they invest. Mostly they invest in scalable businesses. Thank you. طيب. I think I'm done, Dina.
Okay, I think we have one more question in the chat. Someone is asking you about your YouTube channel, if you have one.
No, I don't have, but if you allow me, I will write my email if anybody has any inquiries. The session is not marketing for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So
do you want to share it with everyone?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
No problem. I'll type it in.
Okay.
And you got one more question.
طيب كيف أتواصل معك دكتور؟
In the question and answer tab.
يا بتواصل معي بالإيميل. بالنسبة لألان، أوكي ألان welcome. Angel investors normally use convertible notes in Qatar. Alan, they use both. They use safe notes and convertible notes. And yeah, I remember one of the startups here in Qatar got investments. It was convertible notes. I don't want to mention the startup, but I remember it was convertible notes, but safe notes also is an option. طيب. Thank you Dina. Thank you so much. شكرا جزيلا لجميع من حضر اليوم. يعطيكم العافية. أنا استمتعت كثير. وإن شاء الله في الأيام القادمة راح نطرح الورشة يمكن في منصة أخرى باللغة العربية. شكرا جزيلا. Dina.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Mr. Zahar. Thanks for everyone who has attended today. We hope you have enjoyed the session, and we wish you a bit to see you in the next workshops.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.